Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Today is Tarot Tuesday. And before we get started, I'm going to light my little candle here. So I light my candle today to remember to have fun and not take things too seriously, and yeah, just to enjoy this recording that I'm doing today. And I'm sending well wishes and happy healing thoughts to those that are in need of it today. I just I know there's a lot of people that are suffering, even just in my close circle, in my intermediate circle, and in my greater circle at large, which means like all of you who I know. I know some of you might be suffering, some of your loved ones, and I'm just sending out some nice healing thoughts for them. So to get started today, so last Tuesday I did not do a new reading. I kept my intention from the week before, which was to be more mindful and present, and it's really been good for me. The past couple weeks, I wouldn't say I've had a huge attitude shift, but I definitely am thinking about things a little differently. So I want to read my life lessons that I wrote down from last week. Communication is a two-way street. Homemade cookies taste best warm out of the oven. I should not drive in the dark. Yeah, that's a hard one that I didn't get in an accident or anything, but I had to go pick up my daughter from the light rail. She was in downtown Seattle, and she was coming back late, and she didn't want to park her car in the parking garage, and creepy and just all that kind of stuff. So I said, yeah, of course, I'll come pick you up. And so yeah, that was a little difficult. And it wasn't even raining. So anyway, that's one of my life lessons this week. Another one is there is no reason to keep reading a book that you are not enjoying. This is something that I used to do for years. I'd stick with a book because I'm like, I started it, I'm going to finish it. And now, these days, I feel like time is precious. And if I don't like a book, I just stop reading it, because it's like, this is, and I give it a good chance. I give it, a couple hundred, 300 pages, depending on the size of the book. I usually read much larger, meatier books. I like Stephen King type books, and the Outlander series, and I like books that have a lot in. I do like a lot of description. I like all of that. So I go for the heavier, 8 to 1,000 pages, and if I'm 300 in, I can pretty much tell if I'm going to like it or not. So anyway, that's one of my life lessons. Another is a daughter's love is precious. And I think this is the last one, because we got into, actually there's two more. October 1st, that was Saturday. Sometimes you just have to do it. And then the one from Sunday was a kind word can turn a whole day around. So those were my life lessons, and that was something that I started 2 weeks ago on Tarot Tuesday, to be mindful of just the things that are going on around me and things I'm experiencing, and how what I can learn from those things. And so that's what I did. I did that for 2 weeks. I'll probably still do it off and on when I think of it, but I'm going to move on. I'm not doing a tarot reading today, and The reason is I'm going to start doing something different. The last couple times that I've done readings, I've felt uncomfortable recording them. Like I've felt just really weird, like, and so it's hard for me to evaluate them. And so I'm going to start a new thing next week where we take one or two cards of the tarot, and I'll, do a deep dive, like what the card means, what some of the images are, what it intuitively means to me, and all of that kind of stuff. So, and I might throw a reading in here or there. I'm not sure. I just know that the last couple of times have been, well, it's been a little uncomfortable the whole time, but the more I get into it and the more I learn about it, and the more that I can see that it's guiding kind of the way that I'm doing things in a really good way, it's still very uncomfortable for me to do it on video. So I'm gonna do Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle. It is that time of year, and so yeah, I'm just gonna do a one card focus for the week. And I've been working with these cards a little bit, so they're easier to shuffle, which is nice. And these cards are really fun. They look dark and ominous and all that, but the messages have been kind of amazing. So yeah, let's just see what they have to tell me today. Looks like there's two here. Okay. Oh, interesting. Altar. And I want you to kind of see this without any glare. Can you? I think that's pretty good. It's a beautiful card. So it has a table, like in a kitchen or something, and candles. And, it has a lot of tools when you're practicing Wicca, you have a lot of tools that you use. There's napkins, pumpkins, and all kinds of things. And it says, a sacred devotion, a worship, skin deep, rising from the ash, the waters keep you. So that's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. The painting's beautiful. And then this one is ancestors. And the reason why I think this is so interesting is that I watched a video from a young woman who she calls herself an art witch, and she also reads tarot. She has two channels. One is devoted to tarot, and one is her art witchy stuff. And I was watching a video about the grimoire that she makes, and I've been loosely following the earth-based religions, Wicca specific, and like as far as I've really gotten is the moon, kind of following along with the moon cycles, but she did this grimoire and she puts her art in it, and it just kind of opened up a whole new thing. And then she went on to say that she's doing ancestral work, and I was just kind of blown away. I was like, oh, I think I want to do that. So this is beautiful. So the card says, they hiss a quivering so deep, only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill walking upon the spine. Okay, interesting. That sounds kind of creepy. Creepy for October. Let's see. So these are cards 2 and 3. So, the altar. So it talks about your altar being a sacred space to honor something in your practice. So my altar um, has a lot of rocks and crystals. So this is a rock I found on my favorite beach on Anderson Island. This is an agate. This is some beautiful jasper. Here's another piece. All of these I found on Anderson Island, and they mean so much to me. And here's another beautiful agate that I found. So my altar consists of crystals, candles, I have a like goddess statue. I have two. And my altars are kind of all around. I have kind of a space right here, right in front of me, where I do my tarot, that I keep pretty neat and tidy. This is a goddess statue that I have. I have a Buddha, but I have another goddess statue that's in front of me when I'm creating too that I can look at. So anyway, I got sidetracked by sharing that with you. It should not hold things that are not sacred to your energy work. So these I would say number one are the rocks and crystals. Each altar you create is a beautiful expression of who you are. It's where you hold your connection to something in spirit that resonates with your inner self. Some things naturally belong on an altar, such as ritual candles, crystals, herbs, etc. Personal items are welcome too. There's no right or wrong item to put on your altar. If you have pulled the altar card, it's because your guides are thrilled to see you making an effort. There needs to be an intention, a worshiping, and a space so that you can harness your energy without disruption. Either a physical space, such as an altar, or a metaphorical space, like an opening in your heart. It's even better to have both. Your guides need a space to speak to you. They can reach you anywhere on the planet, and you can call on them at any time. Worshiping at your altar gives them an open invitation. They know they are welcome and that you are ready to receive your gifts and messages. Oh, I love that. So I feel like this is telling me I do have altars, and I have little ones kind of scattered all over, but it might be cool to have a dedicated space. I'll have to think about that. And then the next card was ancestors. Your ancestors are always with you, protecting you. They watch over you and keep you from harm's way. They are present, telling you that it is safe to go forward, and you absolutely need to. You feel them with you. You have chosen this card because you are being protected and guided, even if you can't see how. Everything that has brought you here has been for a purpose. There is some lesson, blessing, or miracle in every situation you've ever faced, good or bad. Trust in those who watch over you. Know that there are thousands, maybe millions of your ancestors who have all walked before you, sharing their love and wisdom and protection. Be sure to thank them, because they wouldn't be here if they hadn't walked their hardships before you. Honor your ancestors by trusting them to watch over you. Call on them when you feel alone or afraid, and give your fears to them, allowing them to hold you as you walk your path through life. Very nice. Okay, so that's my oracle reading for Tarot Tuesday. And then what I usually do is I put the cards that I draw, I put them up so I can look at them throughout the day or days, depending on when I do another card draw. And yeah, thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next week with a little bit different Tarot Tuesday. Talk to you soon. Bye.